What other parameters did you take into mind in SDP? I'm talking here of, as we've heard with other parties, the whole matter of your religion. Some are saying that that isn't even something that should come into it. Your religion, I don't know your sex, whether you're a man, you're a woman, but in particular on the question of you being a Muslim, therefore having to choose a Christian, and you being a Christian, therefore having to choose a Muslim. What are your thoughts on this particular aspect of our polity?
Those are the problems they've caused for themselves because of the manner in which they have practiced their politics over time. They've always been playing the politics of it's my turn, it's my turn. And when you play the politics of it's my turn, then you have problems in turn. So I want power to shift to the Nigerian people. I want a presidency that represents the Nigerian people, that gives the underprivileged people an opportunity to have a say in government, to represent the professional class, educated class, who have not been allowed to exercise their function in any principal capacity, to also take account of the fact that the country is diverse and that everyone should not feel, no one should feel alienated. That's the extent to which we can go, but we cannot go into such divisive and antediluvian parameters that people use. I believe that Nigeria has talent everywhere, and primordial analysis don't work in SDP. What matters is that those who have been shut out of government for a long time, that is, patriots, professionals, the underclass, the underprivileged, they should be represented in government so that it is not a government of lobbyists, not a government of money bags, it's not a government of cronies and all of that, and it's not a government that is just changing the head only without changing the presidency as a whole. We are coming for an overhaul. Okay. And you will see that in our team, you are going to see an overhaul.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Returning for a moment to the point you made about some of our primordial sentiments, also very important in choosing a running mate would be the, shall we say, vote pulling capacity, of that person. That is, if the person is as widely known as their principal, and if they're likely to make, some electoral fortunes as a result of choosing that particular person. In this time of our political development in Nigeria, what are your thoughts as to whether we can jettison all of those, or we have to be pragmatic about it and really consider what shall we say, the polity sort of has brought on as something of a norm, that if it's if one is of a particular faith, then the deputy or the running mate or the vice president should not be of the same faith. Some have made the argument for, look, it is efficiency and competency that matters. What are your thoughts on this? Competency, yes. Do we still have to pay, at least in your case in the SDP, do you think there's a need to pay attention to some of those primordial sentiments and not dismiss them out of hand?
Well, as it is today, the SDP is the best party. We are not in the business of giving advice to other parties when it comes to the problems that they are facing. In fact, I have spent 20-something years of my life as an advisor, as a lawyer, giving advice to my clients. But now, I myself need advice because I'm now the person who is on the seat making decisions. So what I can say is that we will take our own action, we will announce our own team, and they can learn from that, and then they would probably find solutions to some of the intractable quagmires that they've created for themselves in the manner in which they have done their politics. So what we are doing is that I will not choose a person who cannot do the job just because I want to use the person to win an election. That's already acting in my own self-interest, which is not what the president should do. I will choose someone that I know will be the best for Nigeria as vice president, and if anything unexpected happens, will be a good president for Nigeria. Okay. And if I'm on holiday or I'm on vacation, will be a good acting president. Whether the person can win election or not is not even the issue, because there are other people in the party who can win elections, who can talk on our behalf. So a vice president is not supposed to be a person who fixes ballots. It's a person who can be a good advisor to the president, a good advisor in a lonely office, and a person who can be a surrogate for you. Okay. And the person who can discharge that office will not embarrass you, will not privatize all the property to himself, is not going to be looking for a war chest to create a political campaign in the future. He's going to be someone who will be my #1 critic. When people are clapping for me, he will come into the room and say, hey, you know, you are not doing well, you need to do better. That's the person I need. I don't need another big man or big woman. Okay. I need someone who will tell me, who will remind me of our oaths to the people of Nigeria, and who will look me in the face and say, I disagree with you. That's the kind of person I want, not another political bigwig somewhere. It's someone who can serve the Nigerian people, because the people have been underserved for too long.